South Australian Senator Cory Bernardi has finally done it. He's quit the Liberal Party to establish his own conservative movement in Australia. Now, for those of you who are wondering just how conservative Cory Bernardi is, Cory Bernardi would be an equally appropriate name for the guy. While arguing against marriage equality, Cory suggested that legalising gay marriage would lead to calls of legalising bestiality.
You know, it's okay to have consensual sexual relations between humans and animals, and you know, will that be a future step? Will that be one of the things that say, well, you know, these two creatures love each other, you know, maybe they should be able to join in a union?
To which I have to say this.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Cory Bernardi's justification for leaving the Liberal Party is that the Liberal Party no longer truly represents conservatives. He intends to create his own conservative movement on the right-wing flanks of Australian politics. Now, the reason why he just simply hasn't joined One Nation is because he views One Nation as a populist problem, to put it modestly. He actually views populism with utter disdain, and that's why he's seeking to create his own movement. The problem for Cory is that this is already an incredibly crowded space in Australian politics.
Please explain.
Now, obviously on the right wing of Australia, you have both the Liberal Party and the National Party, and of course you can't forget Pauline Hanson's One Nation. But there are actually a multitude of small right-wing parties that Cory Bernardi is going to have to compete for turf for. Take the Liberal Democrats, or the Family First, or Australia First Party, the Australian Christians Party, the Australian Country Party, the Australian Liberty Alliance, Christian Democratic Party, Citizens Electoral Council, Country Minded, Democratic Labor Party, Darren Hinch's Justice Party, Katters Australia Party, Love Australia Relieve Party, Outdoors Recreation Party, Rise Up Australia Party, and finally shooters, fishers, farmers, and anyone else that doesn't live in a metropolitan postcode party. All these people Cory has to compete with. And when you actually look at the numbers from last election, you can see that he's got quite a challenge up his sleeve. See, last election, the Liberal Party received about 31% of first preferences, while Cory Bernardi received only 0.2% of first preferences. Family First and One Nation, the other two established conservative parties in the state, all received about 3% each. If Cory Bernardi is to make this work, then when he goes up for re-election in 6 years' time, he needs to peel voters not only from the Liberal Party, but also Family First, One Nation, and other right-wing micro-parties like shooters, fishers, and farmers, so that he can then be ahead in the count enough that he can leapfrog preferences to eventually re-win his seat. That's quite a challenge. So what does Bernardi's resignation mean in the long term? The truth is, nothing much. Sure, there's another senator on the crossbench, but the fact of the matter is that any legislation that needs Hanson's support is probably going to get Bernardi's support as well. The crossbench is already tilted to the conservative ideology of politics anyway. See, what really matters to Turnbull is not what the Conservatives on the crossbench are doing, but what the Conservatives within his own party are doing. The fact of the matter is that moderate and conservative Liberal MPs can't really agree on much nowadays. Whether it's gay marriage, climate change, negative gearing, there is very little common ground. And that's the real problem for Malcolm Turnbull. Not Cory Bernardi's defection, not yet another unneeded distraction for the government's legislative agenda, but the fact that his own party is in complete and utter disarray when it comes to party policy. Until unity can be restored to the Liberal Party, any prospect of Turnbull surviving the next election will remain bleak. Thanks for watching Black Swan Politics.